Borderlands 2 came out on September 18th, 2012, and over 13 years later, the community is still finding new ways to keep things interesting. There have been your classic speedruns, common rarity-only challenges, allegiance runs where you're locked to a single gun manufacturer, but the one thing that stands above all of them is the One Life Challenge. It's got a simple premise. You only have one life to complete the game, and even in that, it is so difficult that only 16 people have ever recorded a completion. In 2024, a runner named Phi decided to take that challenge and turn it into something a little bigger. The first Borderlands 2 One Life Team event ran from February 23rd through March 24th in 2024. Phi brought together 12 players, split across 3 teams of 4, with a $300 cash prize on the line. All participants followed the community rule set, but Phi also added 2 specific quest bands to help balance the playable characters. The side quest This Just In, which lets runners farm for a B shield once they reach the Arid Nexus Badlands, and Message in a Bottle Oasis, which gives the runner a guaranteed Orphan Maker shotgun. Those bans forced every runner to rethink their farming routes, and took away one of Salvador's most overpowered weapons early on. Scoring worked like this. Each player ran their own solo One Life, but their results fed into a team total. 1 point for completing normal mode, 2 for true Vault Hunter mode, and 3 for first ultimate Vault Hunter mode warrior kill. Once a player hit max level and reached Digistruct peak, they could earn 1 additional point for every 2 OP levels completed. The 3 teams were Team Dota, Team Gus, and Team Vocal. Team Gus took first place with 12 points, and an annual tradition was born. The Borderlands Community Event Discord launched in January 2025 with the sole purpose of hosting these events. Shines reached out to the community and took over as host, and from March 2nd through March 22nd, the second annual BL2 One Life event was underway. The scale jumped significantly. Instead of 12 players, this year had 36, spread across 9 teams of 4, including 2 groups running 2-player co-op and 1 full 4-player co-op team. The prize pool, of course, reflected the expanded scope. $1,500 in a G502 wireless mouse for first place, $1,200 in a Razer Tartarus V2 for second, and $900 in a desk-mounted USB hub for third. The rules carried over from the previous year with a few additions. The Clan War quest line joined the banned list, co-op rules were formalized, and a bounty system was introduced, a new way to earn points outside of standard playthrough completions and peak levels. Bounties included things like finding a 94% sham on a story kill, killing an OP10 raid boss, and finishing the Torg race in the fastest real-world time. Some of those co-op rules led directly to the earliest team elimination in event history. An entire 4-player co-op team was wiped out by normal mode Flint. Even the solo runs had their share of drama too. 2 separate 2-player co-op teams died by falling off the map at different locations. 1 runner launched themselves out of the run within the first hour, and the single most shocking death of the event belonged to Darksmoke 11, widely considered the best One Life runner in BL2 history, who lost his run to car combat in the dust on normal mode. First place went to Team Wideglorp, captained by Jufi along with Gramick, It's Scissor, and Unjust Action. And second place went to Team Crunch, comprised of Trev, Border, Gage, and Sizomic. The third annual event ran in April 2026. Hosted again by Shines, with Kramer57 stepping in as co-administrator and Gramick building out a shareable score sheet to keep standings visible to everyone. The event even got its own custom overlay, as designed by Lavia. This year brought 32 runners across 8 teams of 4, along with some meaningful changes to how those teams were put together. The bounty system was expanded too, with new options like completing both Grandma Torg missions in a single playthrough, earning a Malawine Capacitor B shield, getting a story kill drop from the bunker, completing normal and TVHM without speccing a capstone skill, and pulling a legendary from the slot machine. The biggest addition, though, was the addition of a charity fundraiser for St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. By the time the event closed on April 22nd, the community had raised $4,399.36 for St. Jude's. The event delivered on the memorable moments front as well. One runner died to the secondary explosions from a Kerblaster, while a voice chatter was actively saying out loud, "Don't die to the extra pellets." And in what might be the funniest death in the history of the event, a player was melee launched off the map mere seconds after his co-op partner had just reminded him not to get yeeted off. By the numbers, 17 of 32 co-op runners completed TVHM, 13 made it to Digistruct Peak, and 3 reached OP10. The community collectively earned 232 points across the event. All 8 teams got the slot machine bounty, and 4 runners, Gage, Gus, Smoke, and Hattie, were still alive when the event ended. First place went to Team Crunch Maxing, Gage, Zamnab, It's Scissor, and Border. Second place went to Team What's in the Box, Unbroken Fist, Gunther, HH King, and Sarcastic Shots. The 4th annual Borderlands 2 One Life Team event is already in the planning phase, with Kramer 57 slated to host in spring of 2027. The event will continue to raise money for St. Jude's, while carrying on the love of the One Life Challenge and continuing to foster growth as it brings us all closer together as a community. We love and appreciate all of our runners who have participated in years past events, and hope you will join us for the next one.